Hey everybody, welcome to Half Beard Tud's Heads Up. Today we are checking out Skyhill by Daedalic and Mandragora. This is a post-apocalyptic roguelike, very much focused on its RNG, its random number generator, and unfortunately, more to its detriment than anything else. I haven't played a ton of this, but enough to kind of know what I think of it, and I'm not a huge fan. It's got some interesting kind of stuff though, so let's jump in and check it out. Start a new game here. Start off, you pick your difficulty. Oh, hold on. Go back, turn off the tutorial, that's annoying. Pick your difficulty and some perks. I'm just gonna kind of pick some perks at random here, I'll explain them later. And yeah, then you get to watch this intro movie, voiced by people who have never spoken English before. You can tell by just the way people talk.
So why not spend
Not that it's a bad thing, I like this European English. It's very clear that it's people speaking English who have not spoken English very much. Anyways, basic story here. Watching it happen. This guy's on a business trip. He goes to this fancy hotel, rents out the penthouse suite. Something about World War III with a very nebulous stock piece graphic up there. And then naturally, peace has been declared. So the bombs drop. Women and children, what? But also, yeah, so the bombs are gonna drop because peace was declared. You know, that's how that works. Big green explosion happens because it's not a nuke, it's a bioweapon. It's going against biological defense systems. It's gonna make mutants, because that's way more convenient than just glassing the world.
Something terrible was going on outside. When the screaming ceased, all I heard was satisfied, hungry growling.
Can't be satisfied and hungry at the same time. Those terms are contradictory.
And then I was hungry and eventually went outside. It was hell.
So yeah, things are bad.
I'd rather be killed by a mutant than slowly starve to death.
Food is a big thing.
I still have hope. I'll make it out of here.
So a big thing they did not mention during that video is the fact that between the bombs going off and this guy leaving his room, it's been a significant amount of time. It's been at least a month, I think, from what it sounds like. It's not like the bombs drop and he leaves a few hours later. It seems like it's a significant amount of time. So keep that in mind, because it means food is rotten, it means there's a lot of mutants around, it means stuff is in disarray, that kind of stuff. Though you also notice that a lot of these assets don't look great. Like this guy, I think his art, the style on this dude looks great. There's a lot of the character stuff that looks pretty good, but like, look at the assets in this room. They're all very basic, and that's something I've noticed very much with this game, is that a lot of the things in the world they're very basic looking. Like less, like not even stock basic, but just like even more so than that. Put on this weapon, go into, as you can see our inventory here, different stuff you can do. You can craft things, you're mainly crafting up top in the penthouse. I can equip different weapons, I can upgrade my skills as I level up, and I can also apply food and healing items as I need to. Go walk around. As you can see, each floor got 3 rooms. You will explore them, look for stuff. I found not much. I found the stiletto and some overripe corn. Overripe is their term for rotten. I don't know why they don't use the term rotten or moldy, but whatever, they use overripe. And with this, it just means it will restore a bit of hunger, but it will also possibly take away some health. So eat that. Thankfully, it didn't hurt me that time. It's a very weird system. Most of the food you find, though, is thankfully well enough prepared. Walk in here, grab more stuff, see if we can find an enemy soon. Oh, that one's locked. I need a key. Never mind. There's an enemy. Combat's real simple in this game. Click on a dude, you do some damage, you do some back. If you want to, you can hit a specific part of him by pushing that button and doing this. But I haven't really found too much of a use for this, because while I can go in here and I can hit a specific body part, and that'll change my hit percentage, as well as the damage I'm doing, it's not like if I hit his head, he'll be dazed. Or if I hit his arms, he'll lose attack strength. Or if I hit his body, it'll weaken his defense. No, it just changes these variables. So, frankly, it's easier to just constantly back and forth the normal way and save the time, because you'll end up doing more or less the same amount of damage. It seems like a needless system. They claim it's got a really good risk-reward balance, but it doesn't, because there's not really much reward. It's easier to just do this. It's a little slower, but it's way faster, and you're essentially doing the same amount of damage because I'm hitting every turn, more or less, doing 4 damage, whereas if I aim for the head, I'll hit every other turn if I'm lucky, and I'll do 9. So maybe I might do a little bit more weapon damage, but it's just easier to stick with the basic way. Okay, look over here. Looking for a VIP card, because then I can show you the fast travel. Because you are going to need to constantly go back up to your apartment, your penthouse suite, because that is where all your that's where your big crafting stuff is, and you're going to use that to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your apartment, build basic like utility items, make new food, all that kind of stuff. So that's important for later. Click on that, nothing there. Go over there. If you're curious what stuff is interactive in a room, you can press the space bar, and it will highlight what you can actually interact with. There's never that much in any given room, though, so yeah, that's an issue. I've also leveled up, so I can drop some points into my various skills here. Not skills, stats. And, you know, they will do what they say here. Pretty basic stuff. Drop a point. What is this? Is this a speed weapon or a... That's a speed weapon, so we'll drop a couple points into speed, and an extra point to dexterity. Speed and dexterity seem to be the most useful ones, because extra turns, obviously quite handy, and dexterity gives you a chance to dodge, so pretty handy to have those things around. What else did I get here? Got some corn, eat that corn. Got alcohol, painkillers, I'll take the painkillers, and I'll eat that egg. I'm gonna save my coffee beans, and I'll save my alcohol. Other stuff is what you're using for crafting all these basic things. Let's get out of here, and keep going downstairs. You also find vending machines. If you have coins, you can use those to repair. You can use those to buy stuff. And here is a broken power box. Floors with broken power boxes, it extends like 4 or 5 floors down. If the power box is broken, it is... First of all, it's reducing the lights, which isn't really important. It's just a visual indicator. But more importantly, it is stopping the elevators on those floors. So until this is repaired, I can't do anything. So I would need some wire to repair this, or I could just try to improvise, which will cost me some energy, and I might lose materials. Let's give it a shot. And I managed to do it. It cost me 10 health, but, you know, now the power's back, and I'll be able to fast travel once I find the VIP key, which allows me to use the elevator at whenever I feel like it. Hit this guy. Grab some stuff. Got garlic. There's my VIP key. That's what I wanted to grab. Look over here. Look over here. Not much in here. Let's go upstairs. I'll show the crafting stuff really quick. So now that I got the VIP key, I can hop on the elevator, pop up into the suite, and I can go to here. And here's where I can craft all sorts of stuff. I can make various little items. I can make med kits. I can upgrade the things in my base to do different sorts of things. I can make food if I have the right items for it. Or I can make new weapons. I don't actually have anything to make new weapons right now, but, you know, that's what I could do. I also press this button. This is one of my perks, where I can get a free upgrade for my base. And now part of my base is upgraded. Specifically my bed. That is one of the other things you can do up here. Aside from just crafting, you can also jump on your bed here, sleep for a little while, and what this will do is you can trade your food energy for health energy. And it's a straight, I think it's just a straight 10 across, so... Yeah. No, I get a little bit more health now because this is the upgraded bed. But from this, at the start, it's trading 10 food energy for 10 health energy, which doesn't seem like a fair trade because food stuff can be a little harder to find than health stuff, depending on how the RNG is being that day. As I said, this game is very much based entirely on its RNG, and if you get a bad draw, you get a bad draw, and you know, you're kind of fucked. So I'm gonna eat that. Not really much else I can do. All right, go back downstairs. Keep moving. I can also speed things up if I want, if I don't feel like moving around so slow. Oh, hey, wow, I was able to just transfer, go right down here. Interesting. There's still floors above me I haven't looked at. Well, we'll kill this guy. We'll explore down here first. Good to know. I shouldn't have been allowed to come down here. They normally make you explore a floor before you can look at it. Oh well, I'm not complaining. Kill these guys. Enemies do drop stuff as well. So at the very least, you can, you know, grab some stuff off of them. Though sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're not lucky. Oh, shit broke here. I turned on a spooky TV. Which, useless. Also books. Got some milk. Someday I'll need this. This milk. We need it today. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. That's not useful to me. Let's go upstairs. Over here, more dudes to kill. I find the combat really tedious. It's just not very enjoyable. And like, while you'll get different weapons and stuff later on, you're never really getting like abilities to use. There's no strategy to it. It's just back and forth. It's complete back and forth, which is just it's just not very interesting. Oh, he dropped some cola. Let's drink that cola. And let's also drop another point in my speed. How about a point into accuracy? Point into dex, another point to speed. Why not? Then go over here. Is there anything in here? That should be... No, nothing interactive? Awesome. Upstairs. That floor is pretty much a complete waste. Kill another one of these dudes. I like how they all look bald. All of them. For kind of no reason. The old bald men that have turned into monsters. And now he's dead. And I got some bandages. Actually, no, it's not even bandages, it's a rag. Got some canned food, though. That's pretty useful. Oh, I need a key for that. Lovely. Whether you'll find anything of use, be it a key or whatever, is completely random. It's completely left up to the gods. That guy actually dropped something useful. Bandages. Awesome. Apply that. Also get some food. And, yeah, I'm good for now. Go look in here. Box. Nothing. Anything else in this room? No. Find a lot of rooms with, like, nothing in them. Sometimes not even interactable objects. Oftentimes interactable objects that'll just give you nothing. Like, it's a real bummer. How little you can get. How much you have to fucking search around. Turn up the speed a little bit. Make this guy move. Yeah. And again, like, I spent that key on fucking nothing. Because it's 100% RNG. What is this? Cable. I don't have any cable. Well, I'm getting a phone call. Get a message from shit-ass Joe. Clever. One of us has to get out of here alive. I'll have to stash you on the 86th floor. Go get it. Yeah. Eventually you might want to... you're gonna get down there anyways. Like, it's not like, oh, I might go take a look at it. No, you're gonna go down to 86. You have to go everywhere. Here's a new enemy type. You'll run into a few different types of enemies, but not that many. And the combat doesn't change. Certain enemies have different strategies, and some will, like, run away, but nothing really all that different happens between the different foes. Might go upstairs and do some... Let's see what we got here. Anything that's gonna repair health? No. No, there's not. Let's go upstairs. And go back up to the VIP lounge. First things first, this is one of those few scenarios where exchanging my food for health will actually be kind of useful. So I'm going to go with this. And sleep for 3 hours. And what's interesting here is that sometimes when you sleep, events might happen. I couldn't sleep last night in order to relax. I tried tinkering around in my head with some of the stuff I'd salvaged. Lo and behold, I figured out something satisfied. I probably fell asleep. So I gained some XP, I guess, because I was screwing around in my sleep. And yeah. And from here, I can go try to craft something. One thing that kind of bums me out is you can't dismantle stuff. I got this knife here. I got an extra one. I can't get rid of it. And I can't, like, try to figure out recipes either. I can't, like, drop this into a craft slot and hope it works. No, it's... you either have the recipe and you can make it, or you don't and you don't. It's a bummer. Let's see. What would be useful here? I'm going for speed weapons, I guess. So I think the stiletto is the best speed weapon I've got, unfortunately. How about VIP room? What does it take to upgrade that? I need some nails. Look, can I make some nails? I can make some nails. Craft some nails. Go here. Oh, but now I don't have enough scrap. So this is the thing I found. Like, you get so little of these scrap materials that, like, to make the scrap things you need to make better things, you end up having to spend the base scrap you're going to use to make it anyways. Like, it's annoying. There's just not enough loot. Like, on normal, there's just not enough loot to work with. Maybe on easy it's a little better, but still, just... It's a little too stacked against you. And not in an enjoyable sort of fashion. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to make a cable. Oh well. Let's go back up real quick, and I'll try to repair it the old-fashioned way, which is just clicking on it and hoping it works. Yep, go for it. Damn it, what a waste of time, wasted some energy. Try it again. There we go, but I lost my nails. Oh well. I can also eat these coffee beans. And I can level up myself a little bit, bring my speed, bring up my strength 2 points, and how about accuracy? There we go. And now I can fast travel to these next areas. And continue to beat on guys, hoping for the best, but assuming the worst. Got a coin, got some pet food. Pet food's actually pretty useful. Got a fish, a fucking bird, just out of nowhere. Crash through a window. On the bright side though, I get to eat that now. Eat that pet food too. Look at me, food for days. So yeah, like sometimes the RNG is nice, sometimes it's not. It is completely random, for better or for worse. Hey, look, a dude. Here, I thought I was the only one alive, but I don't need friends. All I need is a shovel. I will give you this shovel. Wait, what? So he wants me to... Yeah, this is exactly the kind of shit I'm talking about. This guy will give me a shovel if I bring him a shovel. Fuck you, RNG. This isn't helpful. This is a waste of a room. Just, god damn it. Like, why even do that? You think you'd build something in to stop that from happening, so that variables don't get repeated like that. But no. New enemy type. This guy does gross lashy stuff. All the enemies are kind of gross in this game. I might die. That's not the end of my, I wouldn't feel too bad if I died, actually, frankly, because it means I can stop playing. Oh no, I'm dead. And that's more or less Skyhill. I could keep going, but it goes on like that. You keep running into different kinds of enemies. I think the design of the enemies is alright. Like, there's something, I like the stark art style on the characters. The stock-looking assets in the actual rooms are terrible, but the characters look okay. The concept's not bad, but it's so overly reliant on the RNG. It's just not fun. I guess one thing I didn't really talk about was these perks. You're gaining these as you're playing more of the level, as you're getting farther downstairs, you're getting more perks. These do various things. You get active ones, which, you know, these are purely beneficial, these active ones. You get a free meal, get a free med kit, spend 10 turns for free, which is, it's food cost, not health cost. Free workbench upgrade, that kind of stuff. And then these passive ones are what they sound like, and these are more, like Fallout trait style, where they're both good and bad. This one gives you so that you always attack first, but you can't retreat. This makes it so that you only spend half food per floor, like per movement. But every time you eat, there's a 25% chance you'll take as much damage as it would heal, which is just, like, that sucks. This one makes it so that when you're in, like, the stair room, your damage is reduced by 50, but when you're in the other rooms, it's up by 25. Like, they're weird. So, yeah, that's kind of what you're doing with this game. I want to like it. I like a lot of the, I like some of the art style. I like the concept. I think the idea of making a hotel, a dungeon like that works, but just like, it's janky. Like as I said, some of the presentation stuff's a little janky. A lot of the art looks just kind of ghastly. The RNG ruins a lot of the strategy and fun that could be derived from this. And it does feel a little lifeless at points. It feels kind of stale. There's not a ton of charm to it, frankly. So, yeah, that's Skyhill. The biggest problem I have with this game, all those things said, is that it's actually kind of pricey, too. Canadian, it's $17.99, which is, frankly, just a bit too much. You know what? This thing was $10. I wouldn't be making these complaints. I'd be saying, whatever, it's fine. Maybe go check it out. But for $17.99, Canadian, American, I'm going to assume 16, 17 bucks. It's not providing enough for the cost. So, yeah, that's Skyhill. Anyways, as always, I've been your host Halfbeard, and we're out of here. Later, guys.